Okay, so we are back for real now.
For realsies.
Game 1 of the day. These are best of ones. Fearless best of ones, I should say.
My favorite kind of fearless draft.
Absolutely. Run it down on blue side versus Riftwalkers on the red. It looks like the opener is going to be very much the same, at least for Magician. Magician's in the jungle. I just noticed.
Yeah.
He's not playing
Magician's the
mid.
jungler. Not playing mid. It is Duke who is playing mid.
Interesting.
I'll note the run it down's ward is in a slightly different location now at red buff rather than Raptors.
And Graves will be spotted out by that ward. So it looks like both junglers are going to take their buff start, full clears down over towards the bot lane. But the key difference being that Tattoo Potato knows where Magician's starting, and Magician's kind of walking blind here.
Yeah.
Take a look at some of these lanes.
We can assume that Lucian Nami have the push into Lux Ashe, I believe. I don't know my bot lane matchups as well as I'd like to, but it would be my assumption, at least.
That would be mine as well. I struggle with the same sort of thing. I don't really see.
They hit level
There's
2 first.
much.
Wow. That is. Yeah, small dash forward, ebb and flow, and Lucian passive combined with Nami does some work.
Pretty big chunk on Lux here. But again, with both junglers pathing bot, might set up a big explosive play in the next minute here or so. Meanwhile,
like
the two tanks up in top lane are just kind of farming. This is farming.
Nasus, the peaceful farmer.
Riveting gameplay. Oh, but mid we have a good trade. Ooh,
No kidding.
pretty big trade from Knight onto Duck here.
Yeah, strong push forward into the miss the abscond abduct, but everything else.
He doesn't
hit.
need it.
No, exactly. He doesn't need it for that trade. Got that early game advantage, and even has a slight CS lead at the moment to start us off. We'll see how that evens out with the lane with the wave crashing, but
It does give him an opportunity. Gives Knight an opportunity to spot out the Graves here.
go straight for it. Misses the abscond abduct, but
Yeah, can't smite it,
smite.
but
Yeah. Gives Tattoo Potato advantage over or priority over the grub, or the scuttle crab, I mean.
yeah, Magician's gonna trade that back on the top side. It looks like a whole lot of nothing so far.
Yeah, looks like Tattoo was definitely spotted, just stepped out of the bush for half a second there, and so bot lane knows what's going on, plays it safe.
Yeah, I do reckon.
The other
we
hand,
have some action top.
force the flash out of Gusty Giggle as Magician shows up, but we're back to battling bot lane, looked like. But no death, but I saw the Chacha's life total go quite low there.
Yeah, very quiet game other than a little bit of fighting here or there. Still deathless. I think this might, I mean, I don't have the stats or anything, but for PML, this is a pretty quiet game.
Yeah. Aggressive motions, but yeah, no murder. No murder yet.
Yeah, I think I would chalk that up to just the fact that Run It Down know that if they are going to win this game, they have to play very patiently, very diligently. I think with the rank distribution on Riftwalkers, it's just going to be less likely that they're going to make such an exploitable mistake that you can play through volatility and then just break open a game that way, just kind of forcing it. So I reckon that's the thought process here, even though Riftwalkers comp the skill better.
You definitely don't want to force a mistake, because if you run it down and you make a mistake too early with that comp, and the enemy comp just gets to scale for free, you're going to be in a rough position.
Yeah, I would expect to see more action out of this Wukong as soon as he hits his level 6. That's his really big That's his
I know.
big go button
that-
tool.
Yeah, I just note that Zacian got his level 6 and immediately popped the ult. That is
Ooh?
gone. Top laner.
Really?
For,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's just gone. Doesn't look like
on the
there was much
Nasus.
fighting, but the Nasus, yeah, the Nasus ult has been used. Looks like just wanted to force the wave down through.
Take the wave.
Reset
Yeah.
TP.
Makes sense. The junglers are going to spot each other in the bot river.
Yep. Engage from Tattoo, but from Tattoo Potato. Nothing too aggressive, and healed back up by the ebb and flow from the Nami.
So I'm wondering, this fight is not over because the scuttle is coming up, and it gives both junglers. And actually, it won't give them their level 6, but it'll get them pretty damn close. All they have to do is take the scuttle and one more camp, and it looks like. Oh, we are definitely fighting.
Oh yeah, no, there's a immediate engage, but it looks like Knight went a little bit too far forward. He got the Graves ult, but and now the bot lane pathing back up, able to dash just out of the binding, cosmic binding. A little bit of engage, but so far they're actually pushing more forward, fighting over the vision a bit. And Tattoo Potato's on top of a magician here. Nami flashes forward to try and auto him down, doesn't quite get it, stopped in the cage, and that is the ult.
Big flash forward on. Oh man.
Yeah.
So he does get the crab. He does get the level 6, but Tattoo just doesn't have enough follow up.
Yeah, Knight is able to get magician with the take down magician with the absconded duct, but is auto down by the Ash. Let's see if Lucian can get there. Lucian gets it, gets the cleanse, but yeah, it was close, but not quite able to get LaChacha down as well.
We saw so many flashes go out. It's hard. I mean, if I just look at the scoreboard here, in terms of gold, I mean, you're up 2,000 gold on Riftwalker's side. I mean, that fight looked it looked like a big back and forth. Kind of everybody lost. It felt like there wasn't a clear winner out of that. But the gold don't lie.
Gold don't lie. The most notable thing here I see that is that Duke didn't really have to join the fight. Duke showed up roamed a little bit, got Nami in the cage, and then got the ult off, and then left. Went back to farming.
Yeah, pushed his wave in, yeah.
Yeah.
That is gonna translate in about 10 or 12 CS more in the mid lane.
Yeah, this is where, and that lead is gonna be rough for Knight to keep up with. Because what are we at for? Do we have a stacks counter, or do we have to math it ourselves?
You have to. You can click on him.
Let's see. He's got 73 stacks at the moment, so he's stacking up. He's stacking up, and the more he stacks, the more the more difficult these trades are going to get for Knight.
Speaking of trading, we got some bullying in the top lane. I was looking at NASA stacks, and you're just getting slapped by a rock.
Yeah, although, as much as he's getting slapped by a rock, he's still in the lead on farm for now, which is a good sign for our good friend Nasus. His farming is going well.
Stacking up. Both junglers near the bot side of the map again.
Yeah, and even after all that fighting, Dragon's still up, so...
Dragon's still up, but in the bot lane we have an even wave. We have a pushing mid lane. I think that's why they made that call. Magician felt confident to have Prio in the mid for this, even though bot was kind of it was pretty even. I think it might just be enough of an advantage for them to secure it.
Looks like it was. And gets the scuttle grab as well. So
I'm keeping an eye on Tattoo right now because with this dragon gone, he's definitely.
Yeah. And that's everything for. Oh my goodness, what a fight! A lot of fighting, including a trade. Cyclone used, tidal wave used, but also a quick fight in the mid lane left Duke with a solo kill on Knight.
Oh, I missed that. I was so focused on the bot lane fight that I didn't catch that. So with that prio mid, you lose the dragon. You only get the ADC, but you lose your mid, and now Graves is cleaning up the grubs, and you can't really get there in time You might be able to take one, but again, you don't have ult. This Graves does.
Yeah, no, it would be a nigh impossible fight to really take. Well, actually, with big
No,
ol'...
no, this
with
Graves
Gusty,
is
no, it's
out.
gone.
He's
It's
got
gone.
smite.
He's gone. Yeah.
That
Gusty
feels
steps
bad.
down, but yeah, no, absolutely. And it also notably looks like a completed Rod of Ages for Duke. Matched with the Hextech belt, but that's a cheaper item, and there's also a lost chapter for Duke. So, Vhagar is scaling.
He do be scaling. I kind of want to see the stats on like what are the breakpoints for the average Emerald player on Vhagar. Like how many stacks is typical of an 11-minute Vhagar game?
Curious.
Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Because 106. Okay, 110 stacks of ability power, 11 minutes. It feels like to me that's kind of big. But actually, no, I do feel like that's big because he's farming 10 CS a minute, and if he's being as efficient with stacking his passive as he is stacking his CS, then I reckon that he's well ahead of the curve here.
Yeah, so I did some quick googling, and Reddit tells me that the general census is about 100 stacks at 10 minutes and 200 at 20. If you can, is like perfect. It's fantastic. Is it average? No.
I mean, then this Vhagar's having a really good game then.
Yeah.
And because of that, looks like we'll get
a quick fight. There's full engage. The culling goes into Magician Flash out of it. Evan Flow. There's been a lot of trades of ults here, but all the double cosmic binding into the collateral damage. Ash flashes forward to make sure to get Nami, but Flame is able to trade it back, and then LaChacha trades it back, leaving.
I mean, that's a 3-for-1 in the bot lane. I think the call there was like, okay, we have a losing mid. We can't really do much top because each party's just gonna walk away as soon as the other jungler shows up. No, exactly. So what can you do? What can you do? You take your Wukong ult and you try to spin to win bot, and unfortunately, it's just you. I feel like there were a few. I like the idea. I feel like it was kind of missed execution there.
Yeah, from what I could see, it looked like a lot of things just barely missed or were hit. Unfortunately, there were a lot of LaChacha was hitting all the cosmic bindings. Double at the end, forced the Lucian cleanse right off the Flames cleanse right off the bat with it, and I think he still got hit with the with Final Spark, but
yeah. And something else I'm keeping an eye on is just how much more efficient Magician is being in the jungle right now.
Okay, LaChacha, Lux damage sure happened. Hits the Cosmic Binding, hits the ult, autos once, and that is that.
I literally, I cannot look away for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
We have a fight top lane, and this is another case of, oh my god.
It looks like, okay, this is where Knight is a little bit more comfortable as Sylas, but that is some stacks from Nasus. That is some absurd damage early game, and that is a double kill for Magician.
That's gross. What we didn't see there was I forget who died first. I think it was the Malphite.
I think it was Gusty. Yeah, Gusty died.
So Zacian? I'm assuming that's Shin. Zacian?
It could be Sion. Zacian or Zacian.
Zacian?
We need a pronunciation
guide. They asked the casters a couple hours ago, like, hey, let us know if there's anything that might make the process go smoother. And none of us had the foresight to say, like, hey, can we get a pronunciation guide? Guide on these names. I don't know, these other ones seem pretty good. There's like Aemon. It's like Aang from Avatar, right? The double A.
Oh, I was going to call them Amen. Aemon probably is more accurate, though.
Let's see. There's Duke or Duck? I think it's Duck.
I've been saying Duke, but I think Duck might be more accurate.
Duke? Duck? Crexen is a little...
Crexen seems... LaChacha and Crexen and Magician all seem fairly simple.
Yeah.
Knight is fairly simple, even with
Gusky Giggle
additions. It could be technically with the... Oh, what is the accent marker called? It could be Knight.
It's like the El Nino one. Yeah. I mean, that's not what it's called, but that's what I know it from.
Yo, for sure. Exactly. looks like Riftwalkers have set up their vision around Dragon and are gonna just set it up for themselves here. But it's being contested. This isn't just happening.
What?
Nami is one shot. Gets hit with the final spark, hits with the Graves ultimate, and Magician has hubris at this point. That Graves
the teleport
does damage.
coming in. The teleport coming in from Gusty Giggle.
Gusty Giggles. That
everybody is
that
here for this fight.
Except he can certainly tank some damage from Graves. Full armor engages into the Ash. That is Crexen down. It's a question of can they get anyone else using the Cyclone and the unstoppable force.
Oh man, this is a really tough spot.
No kidding. Knight quickly engages back onto Vhagar, but Duke is able to just one-shot them both. Ults Flame and one-shots that, and Final Spark is back up. Lux Champion Final Spark is back up and smashes through Gusty Giggle.
That fight was it. If you run it down, you had your hopes dashed there.
You did.
Because you took control over a dragon that their jungler and their mid, who are much stronger than you, had control over. You bully them off. You get the initial pick on Crexen, but after all that's said and done, you're so chunked that you have to back off, and they couldn't get away cleanly. And so this dragon goes over to Riftwalkers on the Graves, and I think it's happening. This Graves 2 levels up on the Wukong. The snowball is started. Your scalers are scaling. This Lux has a freaking Medjai Soul Sealer.
And on top of all of that, having Gusty Giggle TP into the dragon fight means that Zacian
you lose your top turret.
Full turret and 3 turret plates on the tier 2.
It feels so bad.
It feels really rough to be.
We're looking at a damn near 10,000 gold deficit between these two teams here. And that's actually that's crazy to me. The concentration of the gold lead compared to sort of like the kill differential here. If you take a look at the difference in kills, it being 10, and you take the gold lead, it being about 10k, for every kill you get as Riftwalkers, you're averaging either off of that or around that 1k in gold. And that's not even to say anything else of the stats that you get, because you're scaling so hard.
Yeah. Okay, flash on for Knight. They're going 3-man onto Duke. And are they going to get him? They're going to get him. That gets the shutdown to Tattoo Potato. Try and get him back in the game a little bit, able to fight back against this Magician.
Crexen's Enchanted Arrow does not quite land there, and it might have been enough to save Duke, the Duke Duck.
I'm not sure it saves Duke, but it might guarantee Duke is able to get a return kill, make it a 1-for-1.
I can't call him Duke Duck because it sounds too much like Nuke Duck, former coach FlyQuest. Where is he these days?
I don't know, actually.
I haven't heard from him.
Yeah.
Not that we keep personal acquaintance.
It's looking like they're trying to. Looks like Run It Down is going for a lot of overload plays if they can, and this one might be working. That's gonna be some damage from Zacian, Force of the Ghost, Force of the Ult. He walks out.
Are they gonna keep chasing? They get the teleport out from Duck.
This is a lot of engage, and that's 2 people in the cage. That is Knight very much dead, I'm sure.
And with Malphite no ult, you can't turn back. Exactly. You can't turn back and threaten that knockup. It's just, you took too long to make your play. Riftwalkers is here. They have the damage. They can just clean up after whatever you try to do. If you can't decisively make your move and end it right there.
Speaking of making your move, that's a Cyclone, Flash Cyclone forward. They're going on Duke, but Duke is able to just barely escape at a sliver of health. Magician is smashed.
Oh no!
With the collateral damage, and Malphite TP'd back in. Gusty Giggles TP'd back in, trying to help, but it's unfortunately
he teleports, he teleports, but Duck puts the cage right on the ward. So as soon as he comes in, he's just stunned. But even then, I'm not sure. I don't know. I feel like the biggest thing that's happening in this game that is really hurting it for Run It Down. I'm not going to say anything about, how lane could have gone better or not, but it feels like they keep trying to make these plays where they're trying to use the strength of their composition, which is their engage. But the problem is when they find these picks, they can't quite get in and out. When you go in, you have to get what you came there for and get out cleanly, but they can't do that. They're sticking around even after these failed pick attempts, and they're getting really heavily punished for it.
Yeah, part of the issue is just, like, at this point, they're far enough behind that where's the damage? Like, even the squishiest member on that team is probably Crexton would be the squishiest member, or maybe you can get LaChacha out of position, but both of them have ways to self-peel to an extent with Crystal Arrow and Cosmic Binding. And then if you try and engage on Duke, that's a full Seraph's Embrace, Rod of Ages, Vhagar. That guy is actually pretty tanky for being a mage.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Looks like playing some vision out for Baron.
They don't have the Prowler. They're gonna have to catch this mid wave. And they know they can't fight here.
Yeah, they're trying to grab the Scuttle Crab, but they just, there's no Prio here. They can't
You have no control here if you run it down.
Yeah. Yeah, this entire time, you can see with just the CS difference, like, Zacian has just been collecting side waves. Just sitting in a side wave, grabs a turret, he grabs the tier 2 bot lane, he grabbed the tier 1 top, I think he grabbed tier 1 bot as well. Might have been the AD carry at the bot lane that did that, I'm not sure.
Yeah. And Riftwalker's not being content with a 15,000 gold lead. Say, you know what, we could probably do this, Baron, but your comp is all engaged. We don't want to flip this. We're just going to push out the mid wave, make you show, take the dragon.
They are able to take down Zacian, though. They use everything, but they are able to get him. Unfortunately, it looks like Riftwalkers is taking that as permission, since it was 5-man bot. They take that as permission, Baron's gone. There's no way if you can get to there in time.
If you tell me, what's that? I have a deal for you, that meme.
Oh, yeah.
If I sacrifice I sacrifice my level 16 Nasus, 22 minutes in the game, with a scaling Vhagar.
Oh my god, these are damage numbers to watch. That is Final Spark, just everything. Lucian gets dropped in the cage, Flame is down, and that's, I mean, at this point Duke is scaled.
This is spooky.
Out of control.
Alright, I gotta be a little selfish here. I believe I am playing in the next game that we have here, and seeing, just watching this, kind of makes me nervous. I mean, I'm not going up against Riftwalkers anytime soon, but this does concern me.
Yeah.
For my future mental health.
Yeah,
this is
no,
rough.
you might have to play this eventually. So. No, but this is a very clean game from Riftwalkers. They're quick engage from Run It Down, trying to see there. I will give Run It Down this. They are trying. That is a 3-man Cyclone. They're going on to Magician as best they can.
I mean,
they just don't have the damage.
There's no damage.
They're able to get Crexen, but they're using everything just to try and get any amount of damage. But they're just too far behind at this point.
Yeah, too far behind.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is the fabled 20k gold lead.
The 20. Oh my god, that's
20k gold
crazy.
Lead.
I don't think I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen a 20,000 gold lead. That is crazy to me.
Yeah, no kidding. Well played to both teams. As much as like Run It Down, Run It Down played that resiliently. They were going for it. That was a really difficult game to play. I did
see Tilt plays at least. Yeah.
No, exactly.
You give them that.
Yeah. No, they did the best they could. That was just a rough game to play into. The issue with their comp versus Riftwalkers, in my opinion at least, is the moment you start losing, you're into Vhagar, Nasus, Graves. Even Ashe Lux as a bot lane, it is so hard to bring it back at that point because they have so many tools to just keep you off or just hard win a fight.
Yeah, my reflection of the game, I was thinking like, ooh, all eyes on this jungle matchup. Can this Graves keep up the snowball pace with their scaling lanes? And it turns out your lanes just win so hard that I don't want to fault Magician for anything, but what we saw in each of the lanes was just kind of complete domination. We had it in the mid lane. We didn't get it in the top lane until later. I think that first tower really accelerated Nasus to an untenable level. And the bot lane was always competitive. Every gank that Tattoo tried to attempt on the bot lane, it was just rebuffed every single time. And it's disappointing loss there. But hopefully one that Run It Down can learn from and come back even stronger for next time.
Exactly. Yeah, and if nothing else, they will know they will not be up against Riftwalkers again next week.
I don't think anybody does. Well, I've psyched myself out. Not in a good way.
I'm sure you'll do fine.
We'll see. Are you casting the next one?
I'm not casting the next one.
Thank God.
I will be...
Don't want you to keep high opinions of me, okay?
Okay, so I won't watch it then. I won't watch it.
Oh. Well,
Okey-dokey.
On that note, I have to run off to go prepare for the next game. We'll be back with Game 2. Prime Metal League.